Please lower your hips.
Swing your arms, swing your arms, swing your arms.
Shoulder with stands, ha? Kuha na natin ang bola. Lagi tayo mag-resist.
Ready tayo. Eyes on the ball.
Get! Nice one. Balik! Okay, good job. Good job.
Chase for your dreams, shoot for the stars, though hard it may seem, no matter how far. Find the power that's within.
Here in Best Center, we teach the fundamentals and the basics. Lahat ng mga players na yan, nagsimula sa basics. Wala namang pinanganak na magaling na mag-volleyball.
We can only be better if we are willing to learn. As an athlete, one of the most important qualities you need to have is being coachable. Listen to your coaches, listen to your teammates, and listen to the advice that people give you.
You will face a lot of challenges along the way. You will struggle and you will begin to doubt yourself. But don't give up, it's just a test. Continue to work hard every day and stay determined to overcome those challenges.
No one and nothing is stopping you from becoming the greatest athlete possible. Dream big. Sky is not the limit. You are responsible for your own growth. You are writing your own story, and make sure it's something you will be proud of. Someday you will reach your goals. Believe in that and work on that every day.
Good. Chin up. Chin up. Feet together. You should look in front.
Ready, aim your target. Go.
Bounce back. Right foot forward. Follow through, hey.
Step forward.
Ball below the knees. Back straight.
Back. Next the ball.
And right. Chest pass, ha? Short pass. Straddle flip. Ready, triple flip, triple flip. You play as a team. This is a team effort. O, kaya na natin? Okay, let's do it one more time. Go!
Pag wala kayong disiplina, hindi kayo huhusay bisisaan ang ginagawa nyo.
Chase for your dreams, shoot for the stars, though hard it may seem, no matter how far. Find the power that's within, it's inside you, let it out till the end. From the start, trust yourself and just believe. Get up when you fall. Be better than the rest. Stand up, and walk tall. Show them how to be the best. Be the best, 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 be the best.
Sa amin dito sa BEST, ituturo lang namin sa inyo ano ang dapat nyong gawin. Binibigyan namin kayo assignment para humusay kayo. Lahat sa magagawa nyo. Kailangan lang practice, practice, practice. Disiplina.
Be the best that you can be. It's all about self-discipline. Be the best and you will see. The future is yours to win. Be the best that you can be. It's all about self-discipline. Be the best and you will see. The future is yours to win. Get up, get up, get up, get up when you fall. Be better than the rest. Stand up, and walk tall. Show them how to be the best. 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 Be the best.
All right, here we go. We're back, guys. We're back after 5 weeks of the break. Taking a Christmas break, recharging our batteries, and lining up the guests for the next episodes. We're back. Finally, Be the Best Live is back. So again, it's another Saturday night, and that means it's another Saturday of Be the Best Live. And tonight, guys, we have a very exciting episode. We have together two people, two best graduates from who went into different continued into their basketball careers in different ways. And they're very, very, very excited to share their stories with you guys. But again, what's a Be the Best Live episode kung wala yung co-host ko na isang legend din ng women's basketball, Coach Julie. Hello, welcome back, Coach Julie.
Yes, it's nice to be back. Yes, Coach Popoy. Oh, talaga legend, ha? Good evening sa ating mga viewers. We missed you and we're back.
Before we start, Coach Julie, may tanong ako. Sa 5-week break natin, anong ginawa mo to prepare for our return sa Be the Best Live? Kasi ako meron. Share ko sa'yo mamaya. Pero ikaw muna.
Actually, nanood ako ng mga past episodes natin kasi tinignan ko kung ano yung mga intriguing or mga magagandang stories natin. And at the same time, bumisita talaga ako sa mga kamag-anak ko and talagang quality time. Quality time.
Ako naman, Coach Julie, nag-research talaga ako sa maging future guest natin, especially today and moving forward. I really I took a deeper dive into what the guests that we have lined up starting today and moving forward. I'm pretty excited for 2021. I'm very, very excited. But anyways, let's get to the episode naman. But Coach Julie, naalala mo ba last year, on our last episode, may binanggit tayo na may dalawang team tayong pinadala to the United Nations of Basketball World Skills Challenge. Remember that, Coach Julie?
Yes.
And I think I'm very proud to mention that both our men's and women's teams won. So yung boys team natin nanalo ng first place, champion sila. At yung women's team naman natin nag-second place to Hawaii. Pero nasa around 5 points lang ata yung difference compared to our competitors. So congratulations to the Philippine U17 boys and girls team that we sent to the United Nations of Basketball World Team Skills Championships. So if you can see the lineup, can you go back to the boys lineup, please, Derek? So we have Adrian Malapo, Harvey Guevara, Asher Vidal, Panky Capistrano, Emon Ferrer, Kennard Alde, Paul Barcelona, Zach Gumaya, LJ Deliosa, LeBron Lim, Lance Ronquillo, and Pico Nepenas. Congratulations. And special mention to Harvey Guevara. So he was able to win the Best Player Award of the World Team Skills Championships. So congratulations, Harvey Guevara of Pampanga. I'm sure yung mga kababayan.
Congratulations!
Very, very proud. Very, very proud of that. Anyway, for the girls team naman, Coach Julie, baka mas maganda kung ikaw magbasa.
Well, team members are Julian Galgana, Aishi Solis, Cariel Shapok, Isabel Gonzalez, Marga Villanueva, Bonnie Solis, Isa Martires, Shine Solis, Princess Villarin, Shana Nugid, Ina Abelia, Kyla Mataga, and Ava Fajardo. Actually yan, Coach Popoy, hindi lang galing sa isang area yan. From Luzon, Visayas,
Yes.
and Mindanao. And we also have a member from New Jersey, as far as New Jersey. And all of
Oo
them
nga.
are graduates of Best Center.
Oh, guys. So congratulations again to the girls and the guys for placing first and second place in the World Team Skills Championships. We're very, very proud of you. Anyways, going forward, Coach Julie, introduce natin yung mga guests natin for tonight. Yung first guest natin is mukhang kabatch mo to, Coach Julie. 5 years ago lang kayo ata nag-graduate eh. Baka pwede mo siyang i-introduce, Coach Julie.
So, in high school, he studied in Aquinas. Okay, tapos in college, he was a member of the UST Growling Tiger. So,
Wow.
that was early 90s. And he played for the national team. He played for PBL. 12 years siyang naglaro sa PBA. And right now, started his coaching career in year 2008. So parang mga 12 years na siya na nagko-coach. So he started with Talk and Text as well, and right now he's part of the coaching staff of Meralco Bolts. He was known to be a pesky defender when he was playing. Very well known. And syempre, another graduate of Best Center. Let's welcome right now Coach Patrick Fran.
Hello, welcome, Coach Patrick.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening, Popoy and Julie. Thank you for inviting me here. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. Anyways, Coach Julie, introduce naman natin yung second guest natin tonight. So he's part of the pioneer batch of the Best Center Clinic. Back in 1987 or 88? 78 rather. 78. Sorry, guys. Akala ko si younger yung guest natin. 1978 pala yung first batch. So he was part of the pioneer batch of the Best Center in 1978 and continued on to have a career playing for the LaSalle Taft in the UAAP Highs Juniors and for college. But he's more known as the champion. He was more known as the coach. He coached as a coach. He coached for the Burger Machine, PBL amateur semi-pro team. And as well as he was the champion coach in 1998 or 1997, 1998 for the Shell Turbochargers, coaching Benji Paras, Jolly Escobar, and all of those guys there. I mean, he's a legend in the Philippine coaching industry in the 90s. So without further ado, let's welcome Coach from the San Francisco, USA. Good morning, John. Hello, Coach Perry Ronquillo.
Good morning. Thank you for making me younger, 1987 nga. Thank you. Maraming salamat sa inyo. No?
Well, good morning, John, Coach Perry.
Yeah. I'm
Di
glad
naman
to
po
be
halata sa
here.
mo.
Yes. Good evening naman dyan. Ha?
Di naman po halata.
Good evening dyan sa inyo.
Alright. Anyways, let's get started, Coach Julie. As with all episodes, we start naman from the very, malamang kung mag-start tayo sa end, medyo iba naman yun. Let's start from the top. Coach Patrick, Coach Perry, let's start with Coach Patrick na lang. How did you get into playing basketball at the start ng grade school mo or high school days mo? Tell us more about how you got into basketball.
I started sa Interbarangay in our place in San Juan. And then my mom is a graduate of UP. I think she knows sila Tita Marlene and si Coach Nick. And so when I was in second year high school, it was in Ateneo covered courts. I think that was the summer of 1986. So dinala kami doon with my cousin si Ray Evangelista and si James Sandique, who also played for University of San Carlos in Cebu. But doon lang nag-umpisa lahat yun.
Pero Coach Patrick, kumusta naman yung pag-start mo? Were you, magaling ka na ba nung pumasok ka when you started playing basketball, or did you have to really work hard kahit nung bata ka pa?
My dad kasi every summer and weekends, we usually jog. We live in San Juan. We jog sa Wilson, going to Green Hills, one round. Yun talaga yung training ko eh. Siguro since I'm small, siguro with the help of my dad, na-develop ko yung quickness ko because of yun nga, talagang pag summer, every day yun. Every morning, 5:30, we have to be up na.
So that was when you were what, 12, 13 years old. Tama ba, Coach
Yes.
Patrick? Tapos yung pumasok ka sa best center, at what age ka na pumasok?
I think I was about 13 or 14 years old during that time. And I just want to share my experience with Best Center. My first coach was Coach Adriano Bongo. And talagang sabi ko, even don't know him during that time, sabi ng mom ko, oh, he's a coach of great taste, sabi niya. If I want to mention all the coaches before, yung mga naalala ko, Coach Feli Fajardo, Coach Kip Agkawili, Coach Nilo Verona, Coach Nemi Villegas. I even saw yung sa umpisa, si Coach Boy De Vera. He was my former coach before sa national team.
Wow.
He was part of the coaching staff of Coach Arlene Rodriguez and Coach Tembong Melencio, the late Tembong Melencio. And also
Julie,
Coach Francis Rodriguez.
Mukhang talagang Hall of Fame list. Yung tipong pwedeng lagay sa stars sa Eastwood.
Medyo top list yung mga coaches na humandle kay Fran.
Doon namulat yung sabi ko, wow, parang lahat yun Olympian
Yes.
Diba? Parang kagaling. Diba? Ayun,
So dati palang Coach Julie, Olympian na pala yung mga nagko-coach sa best. Madadaanan, kakaibang experience naman siguro talaga yun as a young.
Binanggit niya yung una si Coach Adriano Bongo. He lives in Davao, right? Tapos he was, if I'm not mistaken, ay nag-coach siya siya yung isa sa mga coaches natin na nauna sa BES and nag-coach siya sa Perpetual Health and College of St. Benil. Yeah, yung first part niya. And si Coach Boy De Vera, he's still coaching with us right now.
Wow.
Actively coaching. So, ang in charge sa kanya, yung mga higher level. Siyempre, with his experience and with his knowledge with basketball, siyang nagtuturo sa mga higher levels natin.
For to the young guys watching now, if you are wondering, mga Olympian pa ba rin yung coach ng best ngayon? Gusto ko lang sabihin si Coach Julie Amos, 6 feet sa NU Women's yan. So maging under kayo ni Coach Julie Amos na 6 feet women's, undefeated pa ng NU Women's UAAP. So huwag kayo mag-alala, hindi lang Olympian, undefeated din sa UAAP yung magiging coach nyo. Ikaw naman, Coach Perry, kwento naman, how did you get into basketball and how did you first get in contact with the best center?
Started nung very young. I remember very well, around mga 1969, 1970, I was a 5-year-old kid, no? And my dad, who was an avid basketball fan, dinadala pa ako sa Rizal Memorial, no? For Mika.
Wow.
Mika pa noon, wala pang PBA, no? And it was a very enlightening thing for me, no? Because if you remember yung Rizal Memorial, pagpasok mo ng Rizal Memorial, may corridor yun going around the venue. Tapos nasa kanan yung mga dressing room. Tapos going into the court, may parang maliit na tunnel pababa tapos pataas, no? Short step of stairs. Tapos buod na yung basketball court. So I remember that very well, no? Sinabi ko sa tatay ko kung pwede akong isama because talagang excited ako kung ano ba yung basketball na yan. So, yun, the whole experience, pag baba namin nung pag-akyat mo na gano'n, nakikita mo yung malakas-lakas ng mga ilaw, tapos maingay yung mga tao, ratan pa yung chairs, no? Natatandaan ko sa ringside ng Rizal Memorial. Makikita mo yung mga players nandun. So, at that time, hooked na ako. Nahook ako right away. So, natuto ako maglaro. Tinuruan ako ng father ko. No? And, yun ang naging umpisa no? That's how I got started, no? Bakit ako na-introduce basketball?
Well, yung
Okay.
binanggit, Coach Po, yung binanggit niya na Rizal Memorial, naging bahay ko yan eh. Kasi practice kami lagi umaga. And Coach, sinasabi ko lang sa'yo, medyo nag-improve naman na ang Rizal Memorial ngayon. Medyo na gumanda naman na, hindi na ganun kadilim. And, pero ganun pa rin, maliit pa rin yung dadaanan mo. It's the same thing, pero maliwanag na.
Bagong tiles yung locker room. Nung last
Oo,
naglaro. Bagong tiles yung locker room.
Okay.
Medyo malinis lang. Anyway, I'd like to ask both of you, actually.
Nakakatuwa. Just to remember those things.
In terms of influence, Coach Perry, si Coach Perry, nabanggit mo yung dad nag-influence talaga sa'yo. Ikaw naman, Coach Pat, paano naman yung influence sa'yo ng parents mo when you were younger? How did they, was it a very forceful way? Was it something you really wanted to do? Or how did their parents influence you when you were a kid playing basketball?
Actually, sa father side ko, most of my cousins, most of them are basketball players talaga. Kaya every summer, pag nagbakasyon kami sa Ormoc City or they come over here sa Manila, talaga naglalaro kami. Then in terms of sabi mo na kung finorce ako, no, I was not forced to play basketball. Just love playing basketball. To the point nga minsan sa interbarangay, hindi ka nakukuha. Okay lang. Baka next year makuha na ako.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask about that. I'm a bit jumping here now because from what I understand, you guys both have young boys right now. To high school po, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Perry and Coach Pat. High school po ba yung mga boys niyo?
Yes.
Ngayon naman.
So actually, yung akin, yung anak ko, actually, naglaro siya no? Pero after high, decided to just concentrate on his studies. And sabi ko sa kanya, take the lessons that you learned from basketball, yung discipline, yung being focused in order to succeed. Awan ng Diyos, nakagraduate siya ng college sa San Jose State, summa cum laude.
Wow!
Sabi ko, that's a big thing. Sabi ko, it's not just about basketball. Pero that you learned from basketball, no? Nagamit niya to succeed in his in his fulfilling his dreams, ika nga.
Mm-hmm. Ikaw naman, Coach Pat, when it comes to now that you're a parent, I'm just jumping here a bit. Now that you're a parent and you have a kid, you have a son, does he play basketball po ba? Or
he played before when he was in 4th grade up to the 7th grade for 4 years. He played for Ateneo, for Paya, and I think there's another one, breakdown basketball. Nung nag-8th grade siya, sabi niya, Dad, can I focus for this year? Can I focus first on my academics? He mentioned that to us. And sige, so try natin for this year, which is that was last year. Gumanda yung grades eh. Gumanda talaga yung grades. Pero going back to where he started, I think basketball itself or any other sports, talagang it will teach you to be disciplined, to follow talaga, di ba? To listen, to follow. I think more than the sport, yun talaga yung nabibigay ng basketball. Also with any other sport.
Yun. Yan ako, Julie. Kasi parang, kumbaga, nagpo-full circle yung kwento nila eh. Nung dati sila yung...
If I may add something dun sa sinabi sinabi ni Patrick kanina, no? If I may add something. No, tama yung sinasabi niya eh. Walang pilitan eh. I think ang basketball sa Philippines, sa mga Filipinos, innate ng lahat tayo hilig, generational. No? Ako, si Patrick, yung parents namin naglaro, yung mga tiyo namin naglaro. So, napapass on eh. And then yung hilig, you get exposed to all these different players, as you grow older, no? I was lucky enough in my case na natatandaan ko yung mga sorties na yun sa Risk Memorial. I was fortunate nakita ko yung old Chris pa, yung mga dati, no? Old Ico, sila Freddie Webb, napanood ko sila Danny Florencio, no? Yung mga yon, no, who eventually became my friend pa nga dito sa America before he died, no? So, generational eh. Hindi nakilala yan ng mga bata ngayon, no? Pero tama yung sinasabi ni Patrick, mga Olympians, no? It's true. Sa Milo Best, in my time, man magturo sila Coach Orly Baun, no? Nandun si Ulysses Rodriguez, si Boy De Vera, na mga ex-PBA, si Coach Eddie Pacheco, who is also an Olympian, no? Bobby Litawa. So, I mean, as a kid, hearing about these players who play for time, no? Hearing stories from my dad, it became a motivating force for me to become better at my craft, which was basketball. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for Patrick, no? Na-influensyahan siya, and it got to a point where he wanted to make it a career already. No? I'm very, very good at that, in his career.
Anyway, Coach Perry, actually, I wanted to jump off on that, Coach Julie. Hey, Patrick, kanina, din naging Olympian. Yung pioneer batch mo, kumusta naman yung experience mo noon sa Best Center? Can you tell us more about that? Sino yung makasama nyo? Ano po yung experience noon? Ano po yung ginawa nyo? Please tell us more about that.
Okay. I was around 13 years old. Sinabi ng father, meron yatang magtatayo ng time. Nobody did that. Wala. No, larong labas lang, doon ka natututo sa kalaro sa eskwela. That's how you learn the game. Laro sa labas, laro sa eskwela, laro sa bahay. And then all of a sudden, my dad tells me one day na there is going to be a basketball clinic handled by Coach Nick Jorge. So, sabi niya, sige, magaling tatlo. So, nagpunta kami doon. Pagdating namin, mind you that this was 1978, ano? So, sumakay kami ng lumang Ford Pier namin. Nagpunta kami doon sa, I think, Aquinas pa yata yun, yung very first. Sa Xavier. Pagdating namin doon, palagi 20 lang yata kami. Sabi ko, 20 lang tayo. Natatandaan ko, 3 Ronquillo kami, 3 Jorge, 3. Basta magkakakilala yung mga tatay, mga nanay. Tayo lang ba? O sige lang. Tinuloy lang ni Coach Nick. Si Coach Nick was very active pa noon in teaching because younger noon. In 1970, he had just been named, I think, the head coach of the Philippine men's team. No? So, active pa siya noon. There were only 4 coaches at the time. Si Coach Nick Jorge, si James Payne, who was an import for Mika sa Ico sa Mika, si Skip Agawili, and coach ng UP before si Dave Perez. 4 lang sila, no? And hindi kami makagawa ng kalokohan because ang dali naming makita, 20 lang kami estudyante. Ang dali, hindi shooting reels, hindi mo maganon yung kamay mo. Talagang may hahampas na ganon ng kamay ni Skip Agawili. Gaganon yung kamay mo eh. No? So, it was fun. It was like a family atmosphere. As time went on, yung next batch, nadagdagan na ng 20 pa uli, ng 40, tapos dumami na ng dumami. It started from there. No? May t-shirt kami sa Milo Best, dinadala ko, sinusuot ko sa eskwela ko noon. I was in grade school yata o high school. Tapos biglang sinabi sa akin ng mga tao, ano yung best? Sabi ko, clean basketball. So sabi ko, sige. Tapos at the time, naglalaro ako sa high school. Sinabi nila, ano yung mga drills na ginagawa mo? So sabi ko, yan, natutunan ko sa best. So by word of mouth na nasabi ko sa kanila. So, no? Kumbaga kami naging best advertisement for the camp, no? Pero
Endorsers, coach.
Endorser pala.
Yung vision ni coach, klaro. It was very clear, no? No? Nag lumaki ng lumaki, no? To the point na ngayon, you look at any team, si Patrick is a coach right now sa PBA. I guarantee you, bawat isang team matagal na ako wala sa PBA, no? Pero I guarantee you, siguro bawat isang team sa PBA, sa UAAP, sa NCAA, or even sa province, sa Cebu, sa mga ibang province. Napakarami dyan. I'm pretty sure naging member, dumaan sa best. I guarantee you that. Dahil ang dami talaga eh. No? Naging nationwide yung effect eh.
Wow, Coach Julie. Parang ang saya pakinggan na dati na gano'n. Parang ngayon, like, I mean, especially for me personally, when I did my clinic, like, 5-6 years ago, bata pa naman ako. 5-6, yung mga 10 years ago na pala yun. Parang ganun pa rin yung atmosphere, Coach Julie. Nung naging under ako sa'yo, Coach Julie, parang family atmosphere pa rin. Yung makasama mo, yung coaches mo, disiplinado pa rin kami kahit marami. Kay Coach Julie, ngayon, seeing where best started, hearing it from Coach Perry, ano namang ma-share mo ngayon na coach ka ng best? Tas ano mo naman ma-compare mo doon?
Well, marami kang matututunan sa best. Alam mo, nung naglalaro ako, syempre, may mga sasabihin sa'yo ang coach, hindi ba, gawin mo to, gawin mo yan. And then nung ako na yung nagtuturo, na-realize ko, kaya pala pinapagawa sa amin ng coach ito dati because ito yung mga benefits. So you understand it better and then pwede mo i-relay yun sa mga students mo na hindi mo lang sasabihin, gawin mo to, gawin mo yan. In here at Best Center, we will tell you why you have to do this because ito yung dapat mong gawin para it becomes a good habit. Kaya naman, yung mga estudyante natin ngayon, they keep coming back. Sa totoo lang, they keep coming back because it's not just they want to learn the fundamentals because it becomes like a family. Parang kahit na sabihin nila na babalik sila sa isang level, pero yung pinapakita kasi ng mga coaches na they care. Alam mo yun, gusto nila yung improvement mo at gusto nila makikita ka nila in the next future na you'll be part of a team na pwedeng maglaro ka, mag-represent ka ng isang school. Yun yung mga palagi namin sinasabi sa mga estudyante namin, which yun yung palagi sinasabi ni Coach Nick sa atin. Remember? Sabi niya sa amin, is you have to dream. Isipin mo, naglaro ka sa isang team na to, and then for you to be able to do it, is you have to do these kinds of things for you to achieve and be successful, which yun yung ginagawa ng Best Center. You never imagined that was the first school of basketball. Huh? The first school of basketball na akala mo matututunan mo yan sa streets lang. It's a scientific approach which is very effective. And thanks to Coach Nick, thanks to Coach Nick, literally thanks to Coach Nick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you, Coach. The late Coach Nick. Nabanggit din ni Coach Perry kanina na yung ngayon sa PBA, parang malamang sa lamang may lahat ng teams may nag-best. Si Coach Patrick Fran naman, sa alam ko, nung nag-best siya, may mga kasama rin siyang nag-best nung bata sila, tapos nung nag-PBA, nag-abot naman sila ulit. Coach Patrick, can you tell us sino yung mga kasama niyo dati nung nag-best? Aside from your cousin, si Ray Evangelista, sino po yung ibang mga kasama niyo at the time?
During that time, 1986, that was level 1. So nandun kami sa may middle court sa Ateneo. Nandun sa pinaka-end, I think may best team nun before eh. They joined sa mga summer leagues. Nakita ko doon yung first nakita ko talaga si Jude Limpot. Just came in from Surigao. I think he was trying out for Lasal during that time. Yun yung mga nakita ko. I don't know if you can still recall, maybe si Tita Marlin can recall, si Dino Ponce Enrile. He was a very good point guard. I think he also played in college, but I'm not so sure kung anong school siya nag-enroll. Because I was in second year high school, maybe he was in fourth year high school during that time. Yun yung mga nakasabay ko talaga. We even call si Jun Limpot by his name, Sandro Limpot. Sabay-sabay kami umuwi after the training. He's a good friend of my cousin, si James Andique, who's from Davao. He also played for University of San Carlos in Cebu. They're good friends.
Wow. So, grabe, June Limpot ko, Julie. Sa isang camp, June Limpot, Ray Evangelista, Patrick Fran. Imagine that ko, Julie. Imagine that. Kung siguro
I
kung
want to share also Coach Popoy. During 1986 kasi, di ba, madaming rally. Ganon kami ka-addict sa basketball. Nahatid lang kami ng mom ko sa Ateneo, kami ni Ray, saka ni James. Nahatid lang kami, pauwi, nagko-commute na kami. Nabuta kami ng rally. You know, Aurora Boulevard, di ba? Yung sa may high top.
Yes, yes.
High top supermarket, malapit sa St. Joseph. Hindi na umaandar. So bumaba kami from the jeepney, naglakad kami hanggang San Juan.
Oh, di ba?
That was
talaga hindi ko makakalimutan.
Just to
every day yun, Coach Pat.
Memorable.
Wow.
Memorable sa amin yun. Kaya memorable sa akin yung Milo Bet. Enjoy kami Enjoy kami. Isipin mo parang 3 hours yata kami naglakad going home.
Kita mo, hindi lang skill ang tinuturo sa iyo ng hardware. Hindi lang.
Persistent. Perseverance na yun talaga.
Didiskarte ka.
Tinuruan mag-serve sa rally. May extra. Aside from dribbling through cones, you can dribble through the rally. Yun yung tinuturuan ng presenter. May extra, may off-court lessons pa rin tayo doon.
And naalala ko lang bigla eh.
Yeah. I want to ask actually both of you because from what I understand, you guys got into si Coach Patrick mga 13 years old to mga 17. So medyo high school na. Si Coach Perry naman around high school ka na rin, Coach Perry, tama po ba nag-best? Tapos bumalik ka ng Lasal.
About the same.
About the same. How did that help you?
Parang grade 7 or first year high school.
Wow. So high school nga po, Julie. Kasi usually yung mga students natin, sila 3D, sila Kiefer, grade school nag-start. Pero sila high school. Paano naman po yung anong naitulong ng best nyo nung dumating kayo ng high school? Kasi yung high school game is much more complicated than the grade school basketball. How did the best center camp help you?
Yes.
Pagdating ng competitions in high school, ganun. I think Coach Perry can start for that if he's gonna.
Alam mo yung grade school ka. Yeah, from grade to first year, no? Yung transition period is not going to be that much, ano? But kasi yung grade school years mo, formative years mo, basically you learn the game outside, you have to enjoy the game first. No, and then when high school starts, it becomes more formal. The training becomes more formal. Eksakto yung timing because pagpatong ng first year or towards the end of grade 7, tinuturuan na kami nung how the game should be played. No, how to shoot properly, how to pass properly. Hindi pala enough yung marunong ka lang dribble, but you have to learn to dribble without hit the ball. Things like that. Nung grade 7 ako, nung grade school ako, malaki ako, ginagawa kong center. Pero natuto ako nag-dribble during the summer dahil sa best. Pagpatong ko ng high school, sabi nung coach namin, si Coach Tatang Mendoza, marunong ka mag-dribble. Why don't you play point guard? So, yun lang, ang laking bagay na nun. So, that's how I became a guard, no? Because of yung influence ng best, no? So, yun, basically, yun ang transition, you know, tsaka yung naitulong sa akin ng pagpasok ko sa best. It just taught me, it opened me to a lot more possibilities as to how the game should be played.
Coach Patrick naman, ikaw, ano naman nung nag-best center ka tapos bumalik ka sa high school varsity mo, ano naman yung value added na nakuha mo from the clinic?
Yung value sa akin doon, yung pinakita nyo kanina, yung start pa lang, na-recall ko eh. Shout. What do you shout when you whistle?
Coach Julie?
Diba defense?
We shout defense.
Defense, di ba?
Yes,
Parang
yes.
naalala ko, parang bumalik sa akin nung 12, 13 years old ako. Wala akong ano nun eh. Wala naman ako, laro lang, di ba? You just want to play the game. Sabi nga ni Coach Perry, just want to enjoy. Pero, kumbaga doon ako namulat. Di ba? Hindi lang pala pag-shoot. Kailangan mo dumipensa. Kailangan mong dumiskarte. Kailangan tama yung pasa mo. Tama yung dribble mo. Alam mo, kailangan ka-atake. Pero more than that, nag-struck sa akin yung pinapakita nyo kanina. Defense.
The long whistle.
Kasi siguro, for me, yun yung naging way ko eh. Yun yung naging daan ko. Actually, after high school, I don't have plans of playing basketball. I don't know. I just want to share this. Shout out kay Coach John Ramirez. It's because of Coach John Ramirez, kaya ako nakapag-tryout sa UST. Kasi in high school, in Aquay na, siya yung pinakamagaling na player sa amin. Siya yung pinadala ni Father de la Cruz. It's a Dominican school eh. Sabi sa akin ni John, during practice ng graduation, sabi niya, Pat, samahan mo naman ako sa USC kasi magta-tryout. Sabi ko, hindi. Okay lang ako, mag-aaral na lang ako. Hindi naman wala akong plano mag-basketball. It was because of him. Pero going back sa fundamentals, yung basics talaga, especially with Coach Nick Jorge and Coach Bongo, kailangan pala nito, ano ba yung figure 8? Ano ba to side dribble? Ano ba to agility drills? Kailangan ba to? Kailangan eh. Di ba? Kala mo lang hindi importante, but at the end of the day, marirealize mo, it all started there. Nag-flashback nga sa akin yung defense na yan.
Coach Julie. Napaka-iconic. Talaga na yung long whistle na yan, Coach Julie, no? Ay.
Minsan nga, mga di ba, kahit anong hawak mo, bibitawan mo And that's also discipline. Well,
yes.
Side with shouting, it's also discipline.
Nung time namin, wala pa yung defense. Wala pa yung long whistle.
Yun.
Long whistle nun, no? Pero alam mo, wala pang whistle nun eh. Dahil hindi pa lang kami. So hindi pa implement yun. Remember, 80s na yata, if I remember right, bago nila in-implement yun eh. Okay. Pero nung early on, hindi yun ang nung on a lighter lang ng konti. Pero kami mga teenagers na nandun naglalaro, kami na students ng best. Alam mo, ang graduation kasi namin no, it was so close, it was like a family na minsan, pag graduation, si Mrs. Jorge would host yung hamburger. Lahat ng estudyante pupunta mag-hamburger kami, no? On a Saturday or on a Sunday, magpipiknik. So, ang nangyayari nun, sa sobrang sarap ng hamburger na siniserve nila, no, sa picnic, no? Pag halimbawa, pag say, Pipito, si Coach Nick o si Coach Skip, kami, hindi namin pinaparinig. So, hindi pa uso yun yung sinasabi na defense right away, no? Kami, dati, pag halimbawa pag narinig namin yung whistle, no. Habang pag nag-whistle, kami, hamburger na. Hamburger. Tara tayo. Tawag na tayo ni Coach.
Ay, dapat pala nung 78 tayo Coach Julie,
Diba,
pumasok ng best.
ang whistle pala, ibig sabihin, break. Hamburger break.
Burger break pala.
Break, break. Hamburger break. Ay, nako. No, it was so much
Ngayon naman,
fun. Talaga, tama yung sinasabi ni Patrick.
Ngayon naman, Coach Julie, Milo, hawak ng mga bata ngayon. Tapos makita mo, pag long whistle, may stain na sa t-shirt kasi hawak-hawak pala nila yung Milo ng nag-long whistle. Anyway, moving forward, as usual, Coach Julie, may tayo ulit. May pa-prize segment tayo for this segment. And the first prize today will be a 1 kilo. Speaking of Milo, Coach Julie, 1 kilogram of Milo. Yung first prize natin today. So again, to our viewers, we'll be asking a question about one of our guests today that we've talked about earlier in the show. And if the first one to answer correctly via the comment section will win a prize. Will win the 1 kilogram of Milo. So again, the question is, Coach Julie, okay, about Coach Perry naman to. Saan nag-grade school and high school si Coach Perry? Nabanggit natin to kanina. Where did Coach Perry Ronquillo go attend high school and played varsity? So the first person to give us the correct answer in the comment section will win a 1 kilogram of Milo. In the meantime, we'll be flashing may mga kaibigan tayo sa comment section na gusto magpakita, magpapapansin. Ito, Coach Patrick, para sa'yo to. Ito, best center graduate din to.
Yes, Zaki Wang. Yeah. He played for UST. And I think he also played for Ateneo Sacred Heart in Cebu, right?
Yes. Naging natin, Coach. Naging Coach Julie, naging student. Hindi mo pa nabut, wala ka pa sa Cebu nun. Nag-best center kami, kasabay kami nito. And then, another one for Coach Perry naman from Lucky Abrea. Hello po daw, Coach Perry. And then...
Hi, hello. Yes, kamusta? Long time.
Kilala. Marami tayong mini reunion pala to sa comment section. But I think we have our correct answer from... Paki-confirm na lang, Coach Perry, kung ito ba yung correct answer. Si Angelica Venluan answered DLSU. Tama po ba, Coach Perry? Doon ka ba nag-grade school at high school?
Yes, nung grade school sa DLS, meron pang grade school noon time na yon, ano? Tapos high school, tapos bumalik ako sa DLS yun. No? Pero tama na rin yan.
Same.
So congratulations.
Congratulations, Angelica Vinluan. You have won 1 kilogram of Milo. So pag long whistle, wag kang magdala ng Milo, ha? Just to be sure. Well, so to claim your prize, please message the Best Center Sports page. And another criteria condition pala, Coach, you need to have a Philippine address. So kung taga-abroad, if you're from the US or if you're from wherever abroad, it will be delivered to a Philippine address. So kung taga-US ka, swerte yung kamag-anak mo dito sa Pinas. Kasi may 1 kilogram siya of Milo. Anyway, moving forward naman, Coach Julie, ano naman tayo? Let's go to college days. Kasi they both played for UAAP schools. I think we can start with Coach Patrick naman for this. Coach Patrick, binanggit mo kanina, dinala ka ni Coach John Ramirez sa UST at nag-tryout ka. At yes. You made the team naman. Can you tell us more about your college experience naman then and how you got into UST?
Yeah, 1989, that was March of 1989. We went there. During that time, I think it was Coach Tunichi Puhante was the interim coach. But the following month, I think after Holy Week, they hired Coach Fred Reyes. He's also a coach of Milo Besa, Coach yes. Fred Reyes. And then, sabi lang niya sa amin, mag-entrance exam kami. Then, both of us, we made the team. But after that year, Coach Arik De Losario was hired by UST. So after Coach Fred Reyes, it was Coach Arik De Losario from second sem of 1989 up to my last year in 1993.
1918. So under siya ni Coach Arik Del Rosario, which by the way, Coach Julie, naging best center coach din pala yan. Na-discover yes, namin kagabi.
Coach Boy, I also want to mention si Coach Angel Boy Asque. The late
yes.
Angel Asque. He was the assistant coach of Coach
Oh,
Ari.
yes. Boy
Mukhang
Asque.
Well, si Coach Fred Reyes, siya yung first coach mo. He was 1978 trainer ng World Basketball.
Yes.
So, bago siya
wow.
coach sa UST. And then, syempre, Coach Ari,
The late coach.
Yes.
Who
With
doesn't
Coach
know
Fred
Coach Ari?
Reyes, with Coach Fred Reyes, talagang doon ko na-feel talaga yung training, totoong
Yes.
training ng basketball. Coach
Wow.
Fred Reyes. I'm thankful also for him to have experienced that.
Oh,
And I'm very thankful for him. It's because of him also na nakapag-start ako ng senior basketball in UST.
So you're part of the, tama po ba, Coach Pat? Yung 14-0
totoo yun,
na gold,
sinasabi.
yung sweep. Yung sweep ni Coach, yung sweep ng UST, kasama ka din doon. Tama ba,
Yes,
Coach?
yes. That was my
Coach
last
Pat?
year, yes.
Can you tell us about that, Coach Pat? Kasi si Coach Julie, gusto niya malaman paano sinip sa men's. Kasi gusto niya, sa men's naman daw siya mag-sweep next year. Joke lang. Pero Coach, what's that like before?
After our first year, I'll start first with
Yeah, go.
We only won 2 games. We were 2-12 in 1989, if I can recall. Then Coach Arik was hired in 1990. Si Dennis Spino was a rookie during that time. And I think we made the Final Four during that time. But 91 and 92, FE was the best team in the UAAP. They had Johnny Abarientos, Victor Pablo, Nestor Ichano, to name a few, Mike Otto, Brian Pulsalan. They won the championship in 91 and 92. In 1992, akala namin matatalo namin sila. I can recall this game in Blue Eagle Gym. We were up by 2. Johnny Abarientos made a shot, 3-point shot against me and Binky Fabis. That was a knockout game.
Mas maliit sa'yo yun, Coach, ha?
Oo, hindi ko makalimutan yun eh. So, noong 1993, sabi lang ni Coach Arik, okay lang, bawi tayo next year. So, we don't have any inkling na we will win the 14 games eh. We just played it, alam mo yan, after the first round, sige lang. The best thing na nakalaban namin doon is, I think that was Adamson with Kenneth Doremdes, EJ File, Art Dabao, Jerry Hipolito. And it was coached by Coach Orly Bauson.
Oh.
So who's also the coach of Mando Best. may connection pa rin talaga eh.
Yeah.
Ayun, yun lang. And siguro lang perseverance lang din. Just have to keep on pushing, 'di ba? Effort lang. Sige lang. Everything will follow.
So Julie, may nakikita ka bang similarities sa sweep mo na ilang games na ba? 52 games na ba ko, Julie?
Wala na, hindi na ako nagsilang. 96, Coach.
96 pala, sorry, 96. 5 seasons pala.
Well, Popoy, just for the input ha, magka-batch kami ni Patrick Fran. So,
wow.
So, I started 89, we ended up 93. So, I really remember yung 93, the pandemonium ng UST, kung paano ang talagang, kung nung nag-champion, ako, ibang klase talaga. So, I was really there. We were, magkasabay kami. And hindi lang kami nagkikita ng practices, pero we watch their games as well. Kaya naman, marami akong alam dyan. Pero mas magandang si Patrick ang magkwento ng lahat.
Grabe, 14-0. That was the first time UST not na nagkasapag-sweep, tama ba? Or yun yung
Actually,
first?
Yun yung first na, parang yun ang first na 14-0. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Champion.
Sabi nga niya, wala naman siyang plano, just one game at a time.
Okay. Coach Perry, yung college career mo naman sa De La Salle, if I'm not mistaken. How did you end up playing for college? What was your experience like?
Yes,
Kumusta naman yun?
Well, I think the natural progression you want to go back to La Salle, no? So bumalik ako sa La Salle. Wala namang nagsa-scholar offer sa akin din, hindi naman ako magaling na player eh, no? Pero talaga lang napaka hilig ko lang talaga maglaro. Na I tried out, no? Ang first coach was si Waki Trillo. And then nakuha ako doon, tapos eventually nag-take over si Coach Derek po. He was under him for most of my career sa college, no? And unfortunately, nung time na yon, walang yung 83 to 1980 na tayo, no? Pumasok na lang ang Lasal sa 1986, no? 86. And sa kaswertehan naman, I was part of the very first team ng Lasal na nakapaglaro sa UAAP. No, we didn't do too well. I think nasa 5th place yata kami or 6th, no. We didn't do very well, but just the experience of being the UAAP kami, no. We were very that nakapasok eventually. And then a couple of years later, eventually nag-champion na sila, no. Hindi yung playing career ko was not as eventful as Patrick's. Dahil yung kay Patrick, remember nung naglaro sa PB, was coaching in the PBL, no? So we were looking at the players. No, si Kenneth was already my player. Si teammate ni Patrick, si Edmond Reyes was also my player. So we were also taking a look at some of them dahil sabi namin sino pwede nating kunin dito, no? Pero as much as hindi naging full yung paglalaro ko, again, it goes back to my point earlier on that it teaches you more than just basketball. You know, being in the game, it makes you realize how much of a privilege was given to you, to experience something within a team concept, no? And then for you to apply that in other parts of your life habang tumatanda ka, no? Na mas lalo mo na-appreciate as you get older, no? You don't appreciate it when you're young, no? In fact, pag bata ka, siguro as player, I think si Patrick can attest, sometimes you kini-question mo yung pinapagawa sa'yo. Bakit ganun? Bakit ganun? And then when you become a coach, or you get, what do you call this? You progress towards your playing career, understand why you were made to do. You get a better appreciation why that was even taught to you, no, whether a particular skill was taught to you. So, anong tawag dito? Yun ang naging experience ko sa basketball, no? And as a player, no? So, I guess the natural progression was dahil naging player ka, magiging coach ka, no? And as you can see, naging coach ako. Si Patrick went into coaching as well, no? So it's fun for me na makakita ako ng some players do not go into basketball play, no? Because it makes me realize that so the things that they learned in basketball, they can apply in leadership capacities as there. I have an example for you na tuwan-tuwa when I saw him, I met him. Kilala ito ni Patrick, no? I was in San Francisco. I was taking a 10:30 flight going back to the Philippines for a vacation. This was 2 years ago. Tapos nakasalubong ko, no? There were 2 flights. Take ko na yung isang airplano, take ko yung isa, nakabook ako sa isa, and nagulat ako, nakasalubong ko si Captain Udoy Belmonte.
Oh,
no, si Udoy Belmonte. No? Yes, si Udoy Belmonte. Oh, piloto na yun. Captain Udoy, kumusta? So, tagal namin nag-usap. Sabi niya doon sa mga sa mga yung mga ibang co-captain niya at mga stewardess, mauna na kayo. Siguro mga 30 minutos pa kami nag-usap eh. Sabi ko, Day, baka kailangan ka na doon. So, but it was much, no? Bumping into players na I'm pretty sure yung effect of basketball, the lessons that they learned, they carried it over to whatever they did after. No? Nakakatuwa talaga.
Ganda. Ganda ng kwento ko, Julia. Medyo, it's nice to see that. Na you really bump into pros, and we'll touch more of that later na after playing, going to different careers. For Coach Perry and Coach Patrick, naging coach sila. Pero yun nga, kay Idoy Bonmonte, naging piloto. Parang kitang-kita yung discipline na ituturo ng sport sa bata. And now you can bring on talaga the rest of your life, Julie. I agree with that. Moving forward, we're gonna be having surprise segment, Coach Julie. Magpapakita tayo ng every episode we have this. So it's not really a surprise, but it's a surprise for Coach Perry and Coach Patrick. So we're able to collate some old pictures of you guys, and we'll be flashing that, and we'll ask you to share more stories naman about these pictures. So Direk, can you please show our special picture presentation? Medyo surprise na hindi. So, first picture natin si Coach Perry to ng college sa SAL. Coach Perry, ikaw po ba yan? Or...
Wow!
Kinakabahan ako. Saan?
Wow.
Hindi kita.
Nakikita nyo na po ba, Coach, yung picture?
Flashback?
Yeah, nakikita ko na. Yes, alam mo, pag bangko ka kasi, no? Ikaw yung pinapadala ng bandera, okay to, masarap
yan, Coach.
Paglaro ng runner, nakikipagkilala na lang. Yeah, that was me.
This is the UAP.
100 pounds. Yes,
UAP
1986. The very first team.
86.
Yes, UAP 1986.
Yes, Coach.
86.
Wow.
That was... Looks like yesterday naman, Coach. Looks like
Walang maniniwala ako yan eh.
Ako naniniwala.
Nobody's going to believe that's me because
anyways, Direk, can you show our next picture naman? Ito naman, saan to, Coach Perry? Can you tell us about this picture, if you remember?
Oh, kita mo, yan eh, malaki. Yes, I think that was when we won our championship sa PBA sa All-Star Tanduay. No? If I'm not mistaken, that was taken during 1999. After the 1999 game 6, no, when we won the championship, all Filipino.
Si Coach Patrick, hindi niyo pa nakalaban nito. Nagkalaban na kayo this season?
No, nagkalaban kami ni Patrick. Nagkalaban kami ni Patrick. Remember, sabi ko nga kanina, no, alam mo si Patrick, Instafood si Patrick yata before sa PBL kung hindi ako nagkakamali.
Yes.
And then, so nagkalaban kami doon. And then, nung sa 1998 Centennial Cup at saka sa Governors Cup, kalaban namin was Mobiline, no? During that time, most of their supers were taken for the Centennial team. I think si Andy Siegel, Jeffrey Carriazo was taken for the Centennial team. But it worked for them. Because ang natira, puro shooters. Si Eric Altamirano did a very good job of coaching them, and they had two very good imports, Silas Mill, no? And si T. McLary. And it was yung championship game at that time, in bad shape sa New York, ano. Eventually, after a couple of days, she died. So hindi na rin ako nakapunta sa sa Amerika, no? So that was a span of 5. So pero si Patrick, I will never forget this because if he can remember this, he took the last shot sa Game 7,
Yes.
no?
Baka masakit po na
3 seconds or
memory
2
to, Coach
seconds
Patrick.
to go.
Teka, flashback to.
I was
Flashback.
pero tinalo kami sa Centennial Cup 1 point or 2 points So, we wanted to go for revenge, no? Pero ang hirap kalaban ng team nila dahil they were ang galing mag-gel tapos lahat 3-point shooters, no? So they were able to spread the court out very well. Nung last second, yung game na yon was nag-change yung lead. You did not know who was going to win. So, I was on the other side of the court. As coach are, most of the time, nakatayo ka. Eksakto naman, nung pinasa kay Patrick Fran with 2 seconds to go, dininay ni Jerry na libre, natanggap ni Jerry Esplana, natanggap ni Patrick yung bola. So he had more or less a clear shot. When he took that shot, from my angle on the other side of the court, diretso, hero si Patrick. Hindi ko alam ano nangyari pero at that time yung mama ko was already gone. The last words that came out of my mouth was, "Mommy." Tapos yung bola, as I said that, parang kumaliwa ng konti in mid-air. I don't know kung imagination ko yun or what, no? Pero eventually, we did kudos to their team, no? Hindi ko yung championship na yun because it was nip and tuck all the way, no? So, may history kami ni Patrick.
So it was a clear shot, Coach. It was a clear shot. Diretso yung angle.
Yes, yes.
Diretso yung angle, pero parang biglang...
Coach Perry, nandun yung mami mo, I'm sure.
Angel.
I'm sure nandun yung mami mo. Angel mo yun. Angel mo yun, I'm sure.
We'll touch more of that later.
Because, you know, we yeah.
Yeah. I think the next picture naman, Direk, can you show we have more pictures to share, actually. Don't worry, ano naman to. With the approval of Tita Marilyn naman yung mga pictures na to. Wow. Coach, very PBA pa rin to, no? Tama ba? Ka-flash ba?
Let's see. Yeah. PBA pa rin yan. Yeah, sa Shell, yes. I only coached one team sa PBA, sa Shell lang. Then after my contract, I left.
Sige. Next picture is, again, more Shell pictures for Coach Perry. Hindi mukhang...
Yes.
Anyway. Next picture.
Donald Williams. Yun yung team na nakalaban ni Patrick. Yes.
Yes, na-recall ko. Coach Perry, ang hirap bantayan ni Donald Williams.
So, pa Coach Perry, yung hairstyle niyo ba? Ano, sa Java yan na naka-army cut lahat? Or may bilang napansin?
Para magaan.
Magaan daw. Lakas ng team.
Hindi ko na matandaan, hindi ko nga makita kung ano. Pero yung I think, you know, hindi naman sa ano, no, pero yung Donald was also saying na he was having a hard time with the guards of Mobiline nung nakakalaban namin sila. This was exactly the first fight that I had Mobiline, no? Pero sinasabi nila Donald sa akin that they were always having a hard time, especially sa guards ng Mobiline because they were pesky guards. Most of the time na gumagwardya kay Donald was si Patrick. No? So, I think si Al Solis would double upon him once in a while. No? Pero most of the time, it was Patrick. No?
Yes.
So, kudos to Patrick dahil talagang pinahirapan kami.
Baka yung nasa board Coach Julie, baka Patrick Fran yung pinaplanuhan ni Coach Ferry dyan. Natin, ano?
Hintay, sa parang
moving on
sinasabi
to the next.
siguro, abangan niyo yung double team.
Yes, cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. I was invited.
Wala lang ako ng konti, sorry.
One of your, Milo Best graduation. I think that's in the Blue Eagle Gym. Oh, may date pa. 1993.
1993.
Yes.
So he was the guest for the
Tagal na nun,
championship.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's a tradition, Coach Julie.
My mom was the one who collated that. Mommy Belen Fran.
So thank you po, Tita, for taking the time out to collect this. Ano to? Pwede to ilagay sa museum, Coach Julie, mga ganitong bagay. Kasi pero ngayon, nasa Facebook na. Actually, I was gonna say, Coach Julie, this is actually a tradition that happens every year. Pagdating sa Best Center tournaments at clinics, palaging may alumni na dumarating. Minsan last year sila 30 Kiefer Ravenna, 30 Ravenna, the Defonso brothers, parang ang dami ko nakikitang alumni na dumadaan lang sa clinic para minsan lang unannounced na Coach Julie to say hi eh. Kasi parang yun nga, I think to Coach Perry's point kanina, na it's such a family atmosphere na anybody can just drop by anytime and then tanggapin pa rin. I mean, they're welcome. They're more than welcome to come by and say hi to the clinic and join the drills if they wanted to, I think, and enroll again. I think that's a nice thing about the Best Center in Coach Julie. I'm moving on. Next picture, direct. Coach Nick.
National team. Yeah. Coach Nick Jorge and Coach Tembong Melencio.
Tembong.
Yes, I think that was in 1993.
So pro, di ka pa pro nito, Coach Patrick, tama ba?
Ano yan? Amateur. I think.
Amateur team.
Can I mention their names?
Yes, go.
Falca Santos, Mardo Aquino, Dennis Espino, Chris Bade from San Sebastian, Ray Evangelista, Kenneth Doremdes, Michael Orquillas from UC, DJ File, Gilbert Castillo, Poch Wino, Onchi de la Cruz, Boy Bits Victoria, Noli Locsin, Peter Naron, and sino yung isang guy? I think Morelos yata from UE.
Grabe, Coach Julie mukhang Hall of Fame team to Coach Julie
Kompleto, big man, point guards.
Point guard, legendary coaches.
Yes.
That's a strong
If I
team.
can recall si Coach Nick Jorge, lagi niya sinasabi sa akin, bantayan mo si Herjay, bantayan mo si Lee Chung-hee, Chinese Taipei, I don't know if you know him. They're all coaches now. Herjay is the coach of Korean club team. He used to coach also the national team,
Korean team.
Last year. Very good.
Anong tournament? Itong Asian Basketball Championships ba to, Coach Patrick?
Yes,
team
ABC. Asian Basketball Confederation. Now they call it FIBA Asian.
FIBA Asia.
They used to call it ABC, Asian Basketball Confederation.
Sa team to. Next picture, direct.
Oh yeah, that's back in 1992 for the RP Youth, 19 and under. We played in Guam. We won against Korea. Then for the ABC Youth in Beijing, China, we won the bronze medal against Japan. We lost to Korea in the semifinals, in the final four. I think we lost by 9 points. That was the first time we cried. I was only 19 years old then. 18, I think, 18. I was only 18 during that time.
So that was your first international competition?
Yes. It was our first international. And I want to mention also, Dennis Espino was the best center in Asia. In that tournament, he was the best center. We played against China. I don't know if you recall Batir Menk.
Yes.
Played for the Spurs.
With the NBA.
Tinalo niya yon, saka si Seo for the best center. During that time
Wow.
kasi may mythical 5 pa eh. Dennis Espino was the best center in Asia.
Let's give him the award. Wow.
Ibang, grabe. I mean, kita-kita yung talent naman ng team. Aside from Dennis Espino, Coach Pat, sino pa mga naalala mong kasama mo sa team naman na to?
Kenneth Duremdes, Chris Cantonhos, Arnold Gamboa, Rodney Santos, Michael Orquillas from Cebu.
Yeah,
that was the first time Michael Orquillas went to Manila, and also Leo Macadangdang, if you know Leo Macadangdang. I think he played for Southwestern. And the late Ulysses Tangige from Butuan, Buboy Tangige.
Yes,
Played
yes.
also for Pure Foods before. Was on that team.
Wow. Yeah, pretty nice list of names. I think the next picture is, I think, your team lineup. Or iba na to?
Yes. Our coach pala during that time, in 92, it was Coach Francis Rodriguez. He was our coach. Dito naman si Coach Arlene Rodriguez naman to. I think this was 1995 in South Korea. He played in South Korea. Almost same team din yun. Same lineup din. Almost the same.
So, magkasama talaga yung from the youth setup hanggang sa...
Yeah, yung iba lang kasi nag-pro na, nag-PBA. So, yung mga hindi pa nag-pro, ito sila Angelo David, who played for FEU. Siya yung backup ni Dennis doon sa RPU team namin. Arnold Gamboa is still in this team. I think Rodney Santos. Tata Fernandez. Shot ng Kinsen was on this team also. Ayun.
Legendary.
Still under Coach Nick Jorge pa rin kami.
And yeah. I think we have one more picture. Tama ba, Direk? Or no more na? Oh, we don't have any more pictures, actually. So, also, aside from that, we have, again, Coach Julie, may prize segment na naman tayo. So, as mentioned, we have 4 prizes for tonight. The prize naman for this question will be jumping rope from Chris Sports. And I forgot to mention, Coach Julie, all of the winners today, aside from getting the Chris Sports jump rope, my Slam Magazine edition. So thank you to our friends at Chris Sports and Slam Magazine for giving out our prizes. Ngayon naman, again, to the audience watching, the criteria, it's simple. The first one to post the right answer in the comment section wins. And as long as you have a Philippine address, you are eligible to win. So kung nasa US ka or nasa States, baka may yung sa kabilang room mo dyan, Coach Perry, baka gustong sumagot. Kailangan ipadala sa Philippine address niyo dito. Anyways, moving forward, the next question for this is about Coach Patrick Fran naman. Where did Coach Patrick Fran go to college? Ito, nabanggit namin to kanina. Where did Coach college? Doon din nag-college si Coach Julie Amos. O, di ba?
Tatlong letra.
Malamang sa lamang alam ng mga tao. Tatlong letra lang yan.
Tatlong letra lang yan.
Universidad naman. Universidad. In the meantime, we'll be showing some questions and shout outs from the audience that we will want to answer. Anong magandang question? Ito. Coach, from Eto Navarro. Ask ko lang, coaches, during your time, sino daw ang coach na laging nagpapa-push up sa inyo? Naalala niyo pa ba? Any one of you can go first, if whoever wants.
Sa best center.
You mean sa Milo Best?
Oo, sa best center.
Sa best center, no? Mali si Agkawili, no? Hindi ko na rin masyado matandaan because that was 42 years ago, no? Pero yeah, I think si Coach Skip, si Coach Nick, minsan pinapaano rin kami, pinapa-push up kami, no? Yeah, I think sila. On a lighter note, I think si Eton, I'm not mistaken, nakalaban ko siya sa San Sebastian siya, no?
Yes,
If this is the same Eton Navarro na nakalaban ko, noong 1980s. Yeah. If
not sure.
Nakalaban ko siya. I'm pretty sure 1980s. 1980s San Sebastian under Orly Castello. Yeah, Orly Fran Rodriguez. Naging coach nila.
Ikaw naman, Coach Pat. Sino ba, naalala mo ba, sino yung coach na lagi nagpapa-push up? Okay lang sabihin si Coach Nick.
Ang
Okay lang naman.
naalala ko lagi nagpapa-push up sa akin si Coach Fred Reyes.
Alam na.
Alam na.
Kasama talaga yun.
Kasama yun.
Kasama
Para
sa
lumaki
push up.
ang
Malupit.
Push up.
Grabe. Anyways, I think we have the correct answer na. Tama ba to, Coach Patrick?
Yes. Thank you, Jade Naval.
UST. Congratulations to Jade. Ay, kilala ko to. Congratulations, Jade Naval, for winning. You have won Jumping Rope from Chris Sports and a special issue edition from Slam Magazine. So to claim your prize, please message the Best Center page, Facebook page, with your details and say that you want to claim your prize. Again, the condition is you have to have a Philippine address. Anyway, moving on, we'll go to our last part naman, Coach Julie. Ito naman, dito yung, I think inabangan ng lahat yung pros. Yung time nyo as pros, Coaches Perry and Patrick. I think today, we can start with Coach Perry naman this time. Kasi they took different routes, Coach Julie, in the pros. Si Coach Perry, naging coach diretso. Si Coach Patrick, naging player muna. Tapos ngayon, naging assistant coach na. Coach Perry, let's start with you naman. How did you end up coaching Shell? And can you tell us more about your experience about that?
Okay. Initially, 1991 or 92, nag-coach ako sa NCAA Division 3 sa Pratt Institute sa New York, US NCAA. So, after that, I went back to the Philippines 1993 and started coaching sa Burger Machine. No, medyo maganda naman ang performance namin yun. And I was taken in as an assistant for the 1994 Asian Games sa Hiroshima. Nakuha kong as an assistant coach. I think with the recommendations also of Coach Nick, no? Si Coach Nick, because I remember magkasama kami noon, he was with the BAP at that time. So I think yun ang nag-expose akin sa PBA, and then the following year 1995 they wanted me to coach sa PBA, but I told them I wasn't ready, so nag-assistant coach muna ako mga few years. Tapos nung end of 97 yata or early 98, middle of 98, nag-start na ako mag-assume as head coach, no, for Shell. That's how I got into coaching, no, in the PBA anyway. I started off as an assistant first.
Mm-hmm. Pero yung, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Perry, yung first year mo na as a full-time head coach, nag-champion na kayo agad in 1998. Ito yung kalaban ng si Coach Patrick. Hindi pa pala.
Nag-take over kasi ako, I believe na nung latter part, with 4 games to go, yung first conference, nag-resign si Chito Narva the last 4 games of the All-Filipino. It was, we did well, but we did not make the playoffs. And then second conference, we were 1 game away from making the finals, pero hindi kami pinalad, no? And then third conference, no, there were 2 championships, no, since it was the Philippine Centennial 1998, no, 1898 yung independence, yung first independence anyway. Centennial Cup, nagkaroon ng side tournament yung Centennial for 1 game lang. Kalaban namin sila. We lost to them, no? It was a close game and we lost to them. So it set up the rivalry, because official tournament, which is the Governor's Cup, huli kami for the championship, no? So that was end of 1998, December of 1998. if I'm not mistaken.
Coach Julie, galing. First two, parang kumaga, bagong sabak agad as in head coach, champion agad. Ano naman how can you relate to that, Coach Julie? As a coach, may experience ka bang ganun nangyari nung nasa NU ka or any other school actually?
Well, I think mukhang magaling talagang mag-maximize ng players itong si Coach Pering before. Being assistant coach, syempre, he has been very observant. And sabi nga niya, di ba? 4 games, nag-interim siya, pero dun sa 4 games na yun, siya, biglaan yun, ha? Pero nanalo siya dun sa 2 games na yun. At he was able to prepare his team very well. And which is nice thing to do. Itong dalawang nasa harap natin, pareha silang nag-champion ng year 1998. Diba?
Different conference lang.
Yes, what a coincidence. different conference. Kaya noong 1998, may rivalry na sila noon.
Magkalaban na nga pala sila noon. So at least ngayon, magkaibigan naman. Diba?
Yes.
Ikaw naman, Coach Patrick, how did you, tell us how you ended up in the PBA? Maganda yung, I've read about your story, but I think the audience haven't yet. So please share with us how you ended up in the PBA.
I entered the PBA draft 1996. I think that was January or February of 96. But I wasn't signed up, so I went back to the PBL. I played for Oriental Battery under Coach Francis Rodriguez again. Then, December of 96, I bumped into Coach Bongo. Na siya rin yung coach ko first sa Milo Best. So, I just asked him, Coach, baka naman pwedeng mag-try out for Mobiline. So, sabi niya, sige. Kasi si Coach Bong, he always watches sa PBL in Rizal Memorial during that time. That was our last game. Sabi niya, punta ka ng Reyes Gym tomorrow. We practice from 4 to 6, be there by 3. So, it started there. If I can recall, that was December 5 of 1996. So I practiced until December 21 for Mobiline. The players during that time, there were Yoyoy Villamin, Solis. Mga pinapanood ko lang sila before eh. Di ba? Parang ito yung mga idol ko before. And may idol talagang idol ko talaga sa Solis. Ngayon, parang, alam mo yun, kalaro mo na eh, di ba? Tsaka siya yung first na player na lumapit sa akin. Kinausap niya ako, sinubuhan niya. Sipag ka lang, tiyaga ka lang.
Yes.
So come 1997, January, Mobiline, Mr. Cowanco, they hired Coach Norma Black to coach Mobiline. So they brought in Franz Pumaren and Alvin Teng from San Miguel, Glenn Capasio from Pure Foods, Jeffrey Cariaso from Alaska, and I think Eric Reyes also from Pop Cola. So they also had the number 1 pick, which was Andy Siegel. So doon lang ako nag-start. I thought February na yan, at I think a week before, PBA went to Butuan for an exhibition game against Pop Cola. Pagbalik dito, kinausap ako ni Coach Norma, sabi niya, Pat, go to the office. From the airport, go straight to the office. I think Attorney Santiago, who was during that time was our team manager, will talk to you. Doon, it started there. Then, after nun, ngayon kasama ko pa si Coach Norman. I was part of his staff. And I think Aaron during that time was only 2 years old. Dati si Coach Norma yung nagtuturo sa akin. Ngayon ako nang nagtuturo sa akin. Ayun, it all started ganun lang. But when I retired in 2008, I was part of the coaching staff of Coach Chot Reyes, 2008 up to 2010 of, I think, July of 2010. Then the MVP group, they acquired Santa Lucia. I was transferred to Meralco under Coach Ryan, and then now with Coach Norman. So, 12 years in coaching.
Yes, 12 years. Yan yung sinasabi natin na ang best center with the connections. Sabi mo nga si Coach Bongo, di ba? If it,
Yes.
siguro kung hindi dahil sa kanya, I mean,
Yes.
hindi mo naisip na mag-try out or lumakas ang loob mo to be there in the mobile line. And I think that's one thing na itinuro din sa amin ni Coach Nick na kung meron kang pwedeng i-share sa lahat ng mga players mo, give it all. And hindi lang sa training camp. I mean, susubaybayan ka nila even after your college or during your playing years.
Yes.
And those things, talagang sisiguraduhin nila na ikaw, kaya mo pumunta dito, sumubok ka lang dyan, and then ikaw mismo nagsabi, di ba, you started playing with Coach Norman Black, and then right now, you're still with Coach Norman Black.
Yes.
Well, it's
With
really
Coach
a lot.
Bongo, when I was starting, I used to play talaga in college. Even in high school, I used to play two guard. Two guard or three guard, di ba?
Yes.
Off guard or small forward. Pero when I was trying out, sabi niya, with the help of Coach Tommy Manotok pala, sabi
Yes.
niya, why don't you play point guard? Sabi niya, try playing point guard because you're too small. Which is talagang 5'10 lang naman ako eh, sabi niya. Try to play point guard, sabi niya. So, Coach Bong, after practice, before and after practice, talagang sinatsaga niya ako. Lahat. Footwork, agility, jump rope, dribbling, court to court. Doon mo talaga makikita kung sasakripisyo ka, nade-develop mo talaga eh. Pero dapat gusto ng bata din. Diba? Especially kayo, coaches, you're coaching mga bata. Makikita mo na yung mafe-feel mo na talagang kung gusto mo develop ng isang 8-year-old, 9-year-old, di ba? Yung skills niya, yung skill level.
Well, I think one thing doon siguro is you have to motivate them to go out of their comfort zone eh. Once na magustuhan nila na kahit hindi sila o nahihirapan sila, then eventually tutuloy-tuloy sila sa pinapagawa ng mga coaches sa kanya.
Ikaw, Julie, ganda. Actually, to add to that, I think yung kasi kung nalala nyo kanina, yung binanggit namin na nag-start kasi Coach Patrick Fran sa best, nung nag-best siya, kasama na sila John Limpot, sila Ray Evangelista. Nung nag-pros naman kayo, Coach Patrick, tsaka si now Coach Patrick as a coach and Coach Perry, nakikita nyo ba yung mga best center graduates? And I'm sorry. May echo yata yung mic ko. Okay lang ba? Sorry.
It's okay.
May sound. Okay. Kung nakikita mo ba pag, let's say, naging player mo, tapos di mo kilala, natatel mo ba na nakapag-best center ba yung bata as a player? Iba ba? Iba ang best center player pagdating ng pros when you started coaching?
Sorry. Well, on my end, no, I was already aware. That si Benji, and I believe, I'm not so sure, si Jerry I think nag-Milo Best din, pero I'm very sure si Benji had was a graduate of Best, no. Well, as far as the obvious is concerned, no, you can tell by the way they shoot. Bihira ka makakita ng Milo Best graduate na kung tumira na kaganyan. Hindi talagang square up, no? Very fundamental, no? Pero from something that cannot be quantified, what I can say is that most graduates eventually play at a higher level, know the value of teamwork, no? And as much as you cannot quantify it, it's very easy for you to talk to them, understand where you're coming from as a coach, because as a coach you really want the best for your players, and the players can sense if you are telling the truth, if you are dealing with them truthfully, they can sense that, no? And it's something that's very hard to teach, something that's very hard to discern. But okay, if you come from the same background, it makes it easier for you to explain something if you have to go back to the basics. Kasi, no, I think si Paul agree with me, no, pero yung best is foundational. It teaches you the basics of the game. The pros are more advanced. Advanced players yan. They have been through more experiences already in their life, and they some of them actually know more than you, the coach. No, now you try to bridge the gap. May gap yan eh. No, but may fluidity pa rin. No, because performing well. Let's say let me give you an example. If a player is having a slump sa shooting, for example, no,
Yes, coach.
because they understand that there is a basic way to shoot, you have something to go back on. Nakakabalik ka, and you can show them, no, where the mistake is being made from a mechanics point of view, yung mechanics of shooting, no? Pero iba eh, no? Yung best is foundation. It strengthens your foundation so that when you get on, go on with your basketball career, no? You become more solid as a player. Ang tindi ng basics mo eh. But at the same time, that's where the importance of Milo Best comes in. Because if you not everything goes well every time. There will
Yes.
be slumps. There will be times that you cannot get something going as a player. Now, as your coach, you tell them, no, bumalik lang sa umpisa. This is where it's coming from. No? Maybe dito ang mali mo. So, from that end, matuturo mo sa kanila where the problem might lie. No? So, that is why basics are important. No? You cannot tell me, no? Of course, there are some there are some players that that are so talented, no? They can get away with a lot. No? But mostly players, you have to understand, get to a certain point, a high level, because they they practiced, they worked their butts off to be the best possible player that they can be. No, yung blood, sweat and tears, hindi nakikita ng tao yun eh. Yung iba
Yes, coach.
nakikita lang, oh, player ito,
Panalo.
magaling
Yeah.
ito. No? Pero hindi nila nakikita yung pinagdaanan ng player to become that good. Yung mga times when that player had to say no to his barkada na, sige, mag-party muna kayo, may practice kami. Hindi nakikita ng tao yun eh. No? So, yun, in my humble opinion, yun ang, that's how you bridge the gap, no?
I think yan yun, Coach Julie. Actually, kay Coach Patrick naman, ibahin natin yung question, Coach Julie. Kay Coach Pat naman, ngayon na, I think it's safe to say that the best center has made a significant impact naman on your playing career in terms of meeting the coaches, getting the right training, and giving you opportunities. Na ngayon, you spent 13 years, tama ba, in the PBA?
12 years.
12 years in the PBA. Ngayon naman as a coach, how is the best center helping you in terms of your coaching role in Meralco, in terms of your history with San Beda and UST? Anong nadala mo na you learned before in Best na idala mo ngayon as an assistant coach for Meralco?
One word. Patience. Pasensya ka talaga. Hello?
Yes, coach.
Yes, coach.
We hear you. We hear you.
Being patient talaga.
Patient.
Yung pag-
In what way, coach? I think naglalag at ata. May connection problem lang po ata tayo ng onte. Uy.
Pero boy, ako, I can attest to that, ha? Yung patience na yan. Kasi,
Patience.
oo, dahil iba-iba ang
Ayan.
ugali ng mga tuturuan mo eh.
I saw one question sa ano nyo, paano daw magturo? Because I'm younger during when I retired. I have an older player. I don't know, may nagtanong lang na isang sa comment box nyo. How will you address that? You will feel as a coach, as a younger coach siguro, mas mafe-feel mo yun na paano mo ma-approach yun. Siguro you feel your way through. But in the end, siguro lang makuha mo lang yung tiwala ng bata, ng player mo. Even if he's older than you. As coaches naman, ang gusto lang naman natin is to improve, di ba? To improve our players, to improve our team. Di ba? Yun lang naman yung purpose natin eh. Na may improve din yung personality nila, yung character nila.
Yeah. I think with that, Coach Julie, nabanggit kasi ni Coach Pat na may questions. Marami-raming tayong questions from our audience. So before we jump into that, we have a third prize muna. Coach Patrick and Coach Perry, may third prize tayo na giveaway. At ang giveaway natin ngayon, Blackwater Grooming Kit. So may Blackwater pampapogi talaga yan. Grooming kit for men, as well as Slam, a special edition issue of Slam magazine. So our third question, to win the third prize, again, same thing. The first one to post the correct answer in the comment section below wins the prize. This one naman, third, it's about Coach Perry. Last question about Coach Perry. Which team did Coach Perry win a championship with sa PBA? Nabanggit natin to kanina. Coach Patrick, alam ni Coach Patrick to. Kasi sila magkalaban ito. Anong team nag-coach si Coach Perry na nag-champion sila sa PBA? Kung mabigay niyo yung year at conference, walang special prize. May extra pogi points na. So Blackwater, may papogi na yung Blackwater, may extra pogi points pa pag mabigay niyo yung year at conference. But in the meantime, we'll be flashing some questions from the audience. Ito naman from Dan Cordero. Coach Perry, what are the best memories of those years, Coach Perry, when you were still coaching? Kay Coach Pat naman, when you were playing, ano yung mga best memories na maalala? Galing kay Dan Cordero.
Ang dami, no? There's no one single memory that stands out there because as a coach, you have to understand na as a coach, sometimes you have to take yourself out of the equation. It's a player's game, no? Sometimes as coaches, we have a tendency to overcoach. And that's where the problem lies, no? Kasi minsan nagiging masyado tayong ako yung coach. Pero to me, no, the best memory is just being there working with a group of players to achieve a common goal, no? Ang daming memories eh. Yung 2 championships, those are fine, no? Or well and good. Pero ika nga, when you reach the top, no, it's not that is that's where the excitement, no, it's not. It's the journey. Yung journey, the happiness and memories come. So, to me, walang specific fact that I was able to, I was able to coach. To me, yun lang.
Ikaw naman, Coach Patrick, ano yung mga best memories mo playing while you were playing?
When I was playing, yung mention kanina ni Coach Perry, 1998 Governor's Cup. I was the player who took the shot, yung last shot in Game 7. Naalala ko yun kasi the following morning, my dad called me. Sabi niya, 8 o'clock na umaga. Sabi niya sa akin, "Oh, how are you?" Sabi niya. Sabi ko, "Dad, I'm okay." Sabi niya, "There's always a reason bakit mo na-miss yung shot na yun. Tapos my dad passed away 2001. Tapos, nung nawala siya, actually the following day, siguro after a week, na-realize ko, siguro, sabi nga ni Coach Perry, yung mag-iiba ka di ba? Parang you're on top of your game, makakalimot ka. Siguro you have to be grounded din, di ba? Tapos noong 2001, namatay dad ko. 2003, we won the championship. All Filipino with talk and text. Siguro ganun din yung feeling ni Coach Perry noong 1998 when namatay yung mom niya. Noong 2003, during the semifinals against Alaska, then we played Coca-Cola in the championship. Nafe-feel ko nandun yung dad ko Yun yung best memories ko siguro noon. Yun yung the best memory ko na we won the championship in 93 ng All Filipino. And I was sure na happy siya during that time.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Ganda, Coach. Really. And I think, I mean, that's something. I mean, out of your 12-year career, if there was one memory you were able to pick out, and that's definitely one of your best memories. In the meantime, I think we have our winner. Direct, can you flash our winner? Tama ba, Coach Perry? 1998 Shell. Si Lucky Abrea. Ang sagot. Tama ba, Coach Perry?
Yes. Isa lang ang kinochan ko. Lang. Tapos 19. Yeah.
So congratulations.
Correct.
Congratulations, Lucky Abrea. You have won a Blackwater grooming kit and a special edition issue from Slam Magazine.
Yeah.
So may extra pogi points pa yan kasi nabigay mo yung gear. In the meantime, we'll be having more questions naman from the audience. Maglabas naman tayo ng more questions kasi mukhang marami-rami. From Angelica Vinluan naman, nanalo to kanina. I think this is a good question. For both of you, ano po ang maipapayo nyo sa mga gusto maging coach? Any one of you can take the question or answer first. Ano po daw ang maipapayo nyo sa mga gustong maging coach? I think
ang kung maipayo is number 1, be yourself. Coach with your personality. Coach with your personality, no? It's so easy na manggaya. And lahat naman ng coaches, they pick a little bit from this coach, from this coach. It's normal. Ganun lang. And then you develop your own personality habang... Pero essentially, you coach with your personality and be full, no? Sometimes, the main mistake kita ko with most coaches, no? They're put in... It becomes an ego trip. I'm the coach, you're the player. No? The truth is, yung basketball is a player's game. It's so fluid, masyadong fluid yung game for a coach to control every possession. Unlike sa American football, may stoppage, pwede i-control ng coach ano mangyayari. May stoppage na naman after a while pag na-tackle. Sa basketball, it's so fluid that you have to allow the players to play. No? You do your coaching before the game.
Mm-hmm.
No? Doon mo ipapasok yung system, doon mo ipapasok yung plays and everything. And then come game time, you sit back, you allow the players to play, and then you make adjustments based dun sa ginagawa ng kalaban. No? Adjustments na lang no? Sometimes you have to put in so you have to sneak in something motivational. Sometimes you have to get mad at the player, no? But then again, ayun nga yung sinasabi ko. If you're mad from the beginning hanggang sa katapusan ng game, eventually tune out ka ng player
Mm.
You know, but if you use anger as a tool, gagamitin mo lang siya at the right time, mas may effect. Kung
Mhm.
hindi ka sumisigaw as a coach, and then at the right time, sisigaw ka, gagamitin mo yung anger as a tool, no? Papayo ko sa mga coaches, it's not about you, no? It's about the player, it's about the team, no? If a young coach can get through that, malayo malarating ng coach na yon. But once a coach starts thinking na ako nagdala dito sa team na to, ako ito, ako ganito, ganito, that team is not, no? That coach, sit back. Okay, do your coaching before the game. Preparation. And then, pagdating ng game, you know, small adjustments here and there. No?
Yan na. Ikaw naman, Coach Pat, may gusto ka bang idagdag doon sa question? Na anong maipapayo mo sa gusto maging coach?
Maging coach talaga, to be a good coach is sacrifice talaga. You have to embrace it. You have to want it. Diba? Sabi nga ni Coach Perry kanina, you coach on your strengths. Kung ano yung strength mo, i-develop mo pa yun. Magdagdag ka, mag-aral ka. Pero kung ano yung kaalaman mo, you stick to that. Kasi yun ang personality mo eh. Diba? For me, as an assistant coach, babalik ako doon sa tanong kanina eh. Matandang player, batang player, i-approach mo, especially sa pro. Hindi mo sila hindi mo sila mapapasunod agad eh. You have to sacrifice. Minsan nga, pagpapakong baba na eh, di ba? Kasi PBA players na yan eh, di ba? But you have to sacrifice that. Sabi nga, pero hindi ako, PBA player ka makinig ka sa akin, hindi ganoon. It will never work that way. You have to embrace that. Yung acceptance mo na may player na hindi makikinig sa'yo, mayroong player na makikinig sa'yo. Basta, ang purpose mo, to help them. Yun lang. Okay na yun. You've done your job.
Ayun na, Coach Julie. I'm sure nakaka-relate ka, Coach Julie, nun.
Well, I think makikita naman nila if you're sincere sa thoughts na ginagawa mo. And eventually, the trust will be there. And then, magiging maganda. Sabi nga ni Coach Perry, hindi pwedeng pasigaw. Kasi the more na lalayo sila eh. You won't call their attention, the more na it won't be effective. So the proper way talaga doon is you have to understand them, reach out, and then yun na. Ano na yun? Parang that gap, you have to extend or lagyan mo ng bridge para, especially if you're the assistant coach, yun ang ano.
Yun yung role talaga. Ayun. So ganda. But before I think that's our last question from the audience. But then before we end and I post our going away question to you guys, may last prize pa tayo ko Julie bibigay. Maraming prizes sa Be the Best Life. Apat na prizes. Yung last prize natin is we're giving away a Milo basketball. Hindi lang pang props yun. Pamigay namin yan. Milo basketball. As well as a Slam Edition magazine again. And the last question for tonight, it's a simple one about Coach Patrick Fran. If you've been paying attention on the camera, makikita mo yung sagot. The question is, where does Coach Patrick serve as an assistant coach right now in the PBA? Anong team si Coach Patrick ay assistant coach ngayon sa PBA? Nandyan yan. Nasa screen ngayon ang sagot. Kung nakikita nyo. Again, the first guy the first guy or girl rather, the first person to send out their answers will win. Nandyan sa t-shirt na yun.
Ito na ang bola mo.
Ito na yung bola mo, Mr. Tama ba? Si Clark Kasupang. Coach Patrick, Meralco Bolts ba team mo or Bolts Meralco ba? Andyan.
Tama, Clark.
Tama naman.
Congratulations,
So,
Clark.
congratulations, Clark
Basketball practice na,
Kasupang.
Clark, pagka okay na.
Ayun. May kasamang yayaan pa mag-basketball kay Coach Patrick yan. Nang after your prize. Gamitin mo yung Milo basketball na yan. Wag kang gumamit ng iba. Dapat yung Milo basketball yung gagamitin nyo.
Of course.
But before we go, kanina, anong ipapayo niyo sa coaches? Going away, our last question to you guys is, what can you share to the aspiring players naman who want to be successful basketball players today? Na given it's a pandemic, it's wala namang 5-on-5 basketball nangyayari for the youth. Bihira lang. What can you share? What can you tell them right now? Na obviously, it's a tough time to be a basketball player. But what can you share to the aspiring basketball players watching here tonight? What's your parting message for them? I think we can start with Coach Patrick naman muna. We can start with Coach Patrick.
For me, I've coached San BIDA back in 2012 with USC in 2016. At least kahit papano nakapag-coach ako sa college level as an assistant coach to Coach Ronnie and to Coach Boy Sablan. Ang lagi kong pinapayo sa players, especially sa student athletes, ito rin natutunan ko kay Coach Aric De Rosario as a student athlete. Tapusin niyo yung pag-aaral niyo. Tapusin niyo talaga. I believe in our batch back in 93. Most of us, I think 90% of us, we finished our college degree. Especially now with the basketball in the Philippines. Bata pa lang, 'di ba? Grabe na yung competition. Take care of yourself. Huwag niyo pabayaan yung academics niyo. And at the end of the day, our good Lord and our Blessed Mother gave us the talent, 'di ba? But at the end of the day, we must give our effort. Yun lang.
Thank you, Coach Patrick, for that. Coach Ferry, ikaw naman, what message do you want to impart to the aspiring basketball players of the Philippines today?
Tama. Patrick took the words right out of my mouth. No, tama yun. I've seen a lot of players. So I guess I'm talking to yung mga players who are, who have goal of eventually making it to the PBA, the pros. No, for the younger players, my number one thing is use basketball. Do not let basketball use you. Nang nakitang players nagpagamit sa basketball, hindi tinapos yung pag-aaral, no? And eventually naghirap after, no? Use basketball as a means. If you're being given an opportunity to have a scholarship and play college basketball, use that opportunity. Number two, there's no shortcut to success, no? This pandemic right now is still an opportunity for you, no, to become better. No, there are 24 hours in a day, no. Even at home, no, you can do something. If at the end of this pandemic, no, pagbalik ng regular practices, ganun ka pa rin, ganun same level, hindi ka nagpalit, change, then that means that you did not change something in your routine. Okay, you have to change your routine. You have to get out of bed. You have to put in the work. Wala talagang shortcut to success.
Wow. Don't let basketball use you. Use basketball. Ganda. That's the first time I've heard that, but then that's pretty profound. And I think that's something I will take away and share with my friends moving forward. So once again, kind to our coaches tonight, our guests tonight, thank you, Coach Patrick. Thank you, Coach Perry, for the time that you spent with us tonight. It's been an honor having you on the show and kicking off our 2021 campaign. And napaka-exciting napakasaya ng episode na to. Ang dami kong natutunan, dami kong nalalaman about the PBA and the best before. And I think I can take away. I can go to sleep tonight happy. After this episode tonight. Ikaw naman go, Julie. Ano yung last words natin tonight?
Well, maganda yung sinabi ni Coach Perry na tapusin mo yung pag-aaral mo. I mean, gamitin mo lang tulang basketball for you to get more opportunities. And I think that's the thing about sports eh. Nag-i-enjoy ka sa ginagawa mo, di ba? And at the same time, makakapag-aral ka ng libre sa school na gusto mo. So, bakit kailangan mong mamili kung kaya mo naman pagsabayin yung mga yun?
Tama.
Di ba? And then eventually, ikaw din magsasabi na nakaya mo, napagsabay mo yung pag-aaral mo, and then pagdating mo in the real life after basketball, and then you're gonna be a better person.
And Coach Julie. So once again, thank you to all our viewers who stayed tonight for the kickoff episode in 2021. But this is a kickoff, huh? So we're gonna announce our next episode next Saturday. I think we have our poster ready. We're going around the Philippines naman this 2021. Mag-Visayas edition tayo, Coach Julie. We'll be featuring Kib Montalvo and Dave Yu. Kib Montalvo, who currently plays for Talk and Text Phone Pulse, yung dating team ni Coach Patrick, speaking of. And Dave Yu, who was the captain of the NU Bulldogs. And so, around the Philippines tayo ngayon, nasa Visayas. Kib Montalvo is from Bacolod, Dave Yu is from Cebu. So that's next week, January 30th, 7:30 p.m. So catch us there. And let us know if you want us to feature more best graduates. If you have people in mind, let us know. Shoot us a message kung sino alam niyong best graduate na gusto niyong i-feature namin. Sabihin niyo lang sa amin. Open kami dyan. And if you want to watch our old episodes, they're on YouTube. As well as our Best Center Sports Philippines YouTube page. Search lang yung Be The Best Live. Nasa YouTube tayo. And you can watch us there. Subscribe and like our channel. So once again, thank you all tonight. It's been Be The Best Live with Coach Perry Ronquillo and Coach Patrick Fran. It's been a blast and good night, everyone. Bye.